Men, welcome to another Friday assessment. Yes, I am excited. Why? Because you have pressed through. I get excited every Friday because it is a time to assess. Friday we usually wrapping up. We looked at what we did across the week, what we accomplished, what we did not accomplish. These are the things I set out to do, but I did not get around to those things. And then you got to ask yourself that question. Why? That $1,000,000 question. Why did I not get to these things? Why did I not achieve the success that I was looking for this week? That's why I'm excited, because it's an opportunity to be better than you was yesterday, to be better than you was at the beginning of the week, to be better than you was last week. Why? Because there's a greater you on the inside that's yet to be tapped, that's yet to be seen, that's yearning to come out. But do you realize there are many that gave up? There are many that gave up on the journey this week. This is a journey. It's a marathon. It's not a sprint. You know how we do it in football. You have the 40-yard dash. 40-yard dash, and you measured only in that 40-yard dash. How fast can you get to that 40-yard line? But and that's all up on the physical ability and strength. You got to get the body moving. But when we talk about a marathon, it's not about how fast you're moving, how fast you start, but it's once the body wears down, it gets mental. So therefore you have to change your mindset. You have to be, as the word says, you got to be transformed. You got to renew your mind. You got to start to talk to yourself. Yeah, they may call you crazy, but you got to talk to yourself. Why? Because there is something on the inside of you that's driving you. It goes beyond motivation. There is something on the inside of you driving you. That leads me to what I want to talk about. But are you putting in the work? Are you putting in the work? Look, there are those that want revelation. There are those that desire revelation. And revelation comes from spending time. It comes from putting in the work. People say that I don't understand something, but do you realize you got to get you some knowledge? Do you realize understanding cannot come without knowledge? Do you realize that knowledge is in the book? Knowledge is all over the internet. Many people don't want to open this holy Bible. They rather go around waiting and saying what this person said, what this person said, what this person didn't say. But did you go read it? Did you go put in the time? I believe over there it's in 2 Timothy. It said, study to show thyself approved. Why? Because when it's time, God can pull out the word that's on the inside of you. You can show that I have studied. You can rightly divide the word, but you got to put in the work. So look, this is what I love about revelation. Revelation is a thing that was once hidden, has now been revealed. Do you realize you've been asking for revelation on a topic, on a situation? But I have to ask this hard question. Have you been putting in the work? Ask yourself that now. I want you to be serious. That's what the Friday assessment is all about. Have you put in the work to get the revelation, to get the level of revelation that the situation requires? I'm not talking about what you want, because what you want only deals with the flesh. God always deals with the core of a thing. That's why I say I'm not coming to motivate you. I'm coming to bring you inspiration, because I want to pull out the best in you. You need to be exposed to the person that you are to become. And the only way to do that is through this Friday assessment, looking at yourself, taking the hard look, asking the hard question, why? Continue to ask why. Look, in business, you got root cause analysis. Root cause analysis. Root cause analysis. And they got this thing called the 5 whys. It's usually by time you ask the question why, 5 times that you usually get to the root of a thing. That is the goal. Why? Because you do not want to repeat. You want to find the inefficiencies. You want to find the gaps. You want to find where I could have improved in this area. Or guess what? You want to find where you did not follow instructions. Oh man, that just hit a nerve right there with somebody. Why? Because you've seen and you heard the acronym of what that says. Bible, basic instructions before leaving earth. Many don't want to open the book, put in the work, and read the instructions. Look, us as men who I'm talking to today, you know how it is when you get this box, you see the picture. And we figure, I'm putting myself in that, we figure that's enough. I've seen the big picture. I've got all these pieces. And it has to be just the right amount of pieces. I can put this together. I'm not worried about it. But there's always that one little thing that goes together. It got to go together backwards so that everything can come together in its proper place. And you're like, this does not make sense. Why is it coming this way? And you're not getting the revelation that it's this way because of this has to come together to make sure that it's molded together. Rather, it's to remove whatever the creases are, make it look like one piece. But do you realize if you would only stop, get the revelation that let me read the instructions. The instructions are so important. The instructions are so important. It's so important to get. It's so important to read the instructions. The instructions are important to read. Why? Because it often gives you the revelation on the things that you need. Because what it does, it prepares you for what you're about to face. When you read the instructions, all it's doing is saying, this is what you need for what you're about to do. Then, why? Because you're putting in the necessary work. I don't know I don't know the exact words of the story, but it's something similar like this. You rather spend more time chopping a tree down or more time sharpening your axe so that it reduces the amount of actual work effort you got to put into chopping down a tree. So basically saying you want to cut a tree with a dull axe or a sharp axe. So you want to spend time on the instructions, sharpening your axe before you actually go to work. Before you put in the work, put in the work. Before you put in the work, put in the work. It's going to be worth it in the end. Yes, I'm talking about a revelation. If you want to see revelation in action, go over there to Matthew chapter 16. Jesus was talking to his disciples. He said, who do they say I am? Who do the people say that I am? They gave him answers, names of different people. But it was only Simon, Peter, who gave an answer that only the one and true living God could have revealed to him. There's something interesting. There's something worth noting about what Peter said, because Jesus' response was that man had not revealed to you. He said, I didn't even reveal it to you. He said, only the God, the Father in heaven, has revealed that to you. That meant that Peter had put in the work. Peter was paying attention in class. Peter was paying attention, and he was pressing, and he was applying. So he had to be asking God for revelation on who this man of God, who this Son of God really is. But why? Because Peter sat up under the teachings. He listened. He witnessed the miracles, the signs and the wonders. So therefore, as he pressed into that thing, he put in the work so that he was found worthy, that God would give him revelation. Have you put in the work to be found worthy, to be given the revelation? Do you realize this even happens on the job, even in the world? People listen, they watch you, and they want to find out if you're worthy of sharing information. Look, I'm giving you a revelation on a thing. You may be wondering why you're not getting the information, why it seems to be stuck in the bottle, why it seemed to not be coming through. Are you putting in the work? Are you found worthy today? This is the Friday assessment. This one's going to transform your life. Why? Because I'm speaking from the word of God. Romans 12 and 2 will back me up because it's in the word. It said Peter put in the work. He was consistent. I don't care if you don't see it today. Continue to look. Don't get distracted by what you see today, because remember, this is a marathon. It's not a sprint. It's a marathon. So all the King's men, I thank you for joining in with me today. My prayer is that you was blessed. My prayer that your life is transformed and that you would never be the same. All the King's men, I pray that you are blessed. Have a blessed day. Have a blessed weekend and a blessed week to come. Until next time, be blessed. And remember to drop a like, share. Let somebody know what's going on with all the King's men and how your life is being transformed. And remember, drop a comment, let me know if you need me to pray for it, and I will pray with you.